Good day, California. My name is Alison Wais, and I will be running for the upcoming September 14th recall election against Gavin Newsom. There are a lot of candidates out there, and I don't even know if you're going to know that I'm even somebody that you can write in. But I do believe in real choice and freedom. In fact, I believe that's the main definition of freedom is real choice. And we have seen a really horrible use of government power, not just the last 2 years, but for a long time now, for decades. Yes, our Fed is extremely messed up. Our state is extremely messed up. Our education system is just horrid, completely failing our children. The housing situation, jobs, just even being able to afford things, getting off of a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle would be amazing, I'm sure, for most of you out there. But there's so much that's going on and needs to be addressed. And as much as I would really like to leave that up to somebody else, I just don't see it happening because too many people are greedy and selfish, and they don't actually care about the people. Fortunately for you guys, I'm not one of those people. In fact, I am anything but that type of person, which is actually why I will be doing this as a volunteer, and I will be unpaid, and that is at my request, and it will be that way. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be that way. Along with, I actually think all government workers should be unpaid volunteers. I am in the process of building a website where I'm going to post information, which will be essentially to show you and inform you about things that you may not be so aware of. And with the agenda of the government currently trying to do away with our American history, you may not even know what to look for. But what I would like to do while in office is I would like to hopefully get our government, our state government, to where we are handling things more on a community basis. So that way we can cut taxes completely. I'd like to have no taxes at all. And I'd also like to have everybody supporting each other in stopping federal taxes as well. This is our government. This is our country. This is our state. And our government's failed us. They have failed us miserably on every single level that would be possible. All the problems that we face are because of the government. So I'd like to put real choice back into the people's hands. I don't feel that other people are going to not back down when threatened or, offered money of a substantial or not so substantial amount. I'm sure that, anybody that's going to try to do good is probably going to have their life in shambles. And, fortunately, there's just not much you can do to me. I've been through it all. I've seen every side. That's another thing that's going to make, I think, my working here, helping out, in this area so substantial is because I have seen every side. I've seen the bad, I've seen the good. And I don't think that, a lot of people have, even in assuming they're older, although I know most of them are probably. But I don't have judgment for people, and all I want to do is help. I'm not a person that believes in giving away fish, though. I know that we all sometimes need a little help, but it's supposed to be help that helps us help ourselves. And right now, our government is so geared towards just essentially hindering people. It's kind of like what they say with parents and tough love and cutting off the finances so those kids can actually learn and be appreciative for what they have and, experience real life. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people live with their parents most of their life. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but we have a lot of that decision making about like other people's lives, I guess you could say, left up to people with no experience. And, so you got these people voting and mass voting. That doesn't work. Essentially, I just want to put the choice back into your hands. And you guys do with it as you want. But I really think it's going to be a lot better than where we're at right now. It seems, that it's not necessarily justice for all, but justice for a few, like the ones that have money to either pay it to go away or, vice versa. There's just a lot of corruption, and I just really want to help the people fight back on that. And you guys, I don't even think I need to be governor to do this, but I think that it's going to be really my only opportunity to get out in front of the masses and spread this message. And that's essentially why I want to take on this position. I just really hope that you guys will look into me. I hope that you will see the kind of person that I am. If you have questions, I would love to answer them. And then I'd like to see a lot of change. So like I was saying earlier with the housing situations, for instance, the mayor in, I think LA County it was, but it's down south there. There was a tiny home community that housed a bunch of homeless people. And because it was a tiny home community and an eyesore, they shut it down and put all those people back on the street. Now, if we're going to if we are going to be paying these things, then it's actually cheaper to house people so they're not getting sick and whatever. And, versus paying medical bills. But hey, it's all comes down to money, right? It always comes down to where are they going to make the most money off of us? So the healthcare industry, it's called an industry for a reason, and it's $1 billion to $1 trillion yearly in industry. It's huge. So of course they're not out to make sure that we're healthy. They're not going to tell you that the chlorine in your water is literally it can cause diabetes, obviously, quicker aging and so many other things. And there's so much of it in our water today. It's just wild. They want to tell you that we have a drought, even though that's actually anything but the case. It's that the water is being routed in a way that, yes, is going directly out to the ocean. So all that water that could be going to our farms, our people, no, instead it's being directed out to the water. But you know what? It brings in more money, doesn't it? Let's think, what else can we talk about here? The fires, for instance. I don't know why they pulled the forest management, because that was keeping the fires down. Now the forests are so overran with dead debris, that it's like tinder. It just lights it right up. And hence, look at all the fires. Maybe it's because they want to push people out of that area and into the cities, perhaps. But it's definitely more money, and the people are not able to replace their homes. It's, fighting with the insurance companies and things like that. Over this lockdown stuff, this overstepping, treading on your rights, lockdown, DMV stayed open, but they didn't have customers going in. They weren't doing any work. And I'm telling you this directly from the mouth of a DMV worker who told me this. And was working during those times. So all these places that were keeping open, these government entities, like DMV, were paying, to keep these places open with our, registration. We're paying these people to literally come and shut down our businesses, our privately owned businesses. But you know who stayed open and why they stayed open? Because they're lobbyists, and they can afford them when you are a massive corporation. Okay, you're not going to be able to buy me. I don't care how much or little you offer or how often it's offered. You cannot buy me. And fortunately for me, I only fear God. So you cannot threaten me either. Whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen, and it will. And, you know, the education system, I've written things down about that, but we are literally setting our children up for failure. We're throwing kids in jail for literally childish mistakes because they don't know any better. It's just a lot of stuff needs to be changed, and we need to address it, and it's not being addressed, but it will be. So come September 14th, please, if you believe in real choice, which is freedom, then, and I love this, if you believe in real choice and not bad options, then please write me in. Vote wise, vote Wais. Okay. More info and stuff like that to come. Gotta go for now. Thank you for listening thus far, and God bless.